Dividend stocks, dividend income, dividend investing, growth stocks, capital appreciation, broader stock market. You can do all of these things with three simple non-brainer ETFs or exchange traded funds. If I start my own investing journey again with a small amount of money, this is exactly what I'm going to do. Watch this video till the end, as I am going to present the data in such a way that if you are investing in Canadian dollars or US dollars, you can use this approach. If you are watching this video from other countries, you can develop your own strategy based on these principles. Hello, welcome back. My name is David Das, a retired engineer, and you're watching my YouTube channel Think and Retire. In this channel, I talk about building wealth and income from the stock market. If you find value in this video, please like and share. And if you have not subscribed to my channel yet, please do so you are notified whenever I publish new videos. This video is for educational purposes only and not a recommendation to buy or sell anything. Please do your own research before investing. You will find out later that these are just a handful of ETFs or exchange traded funds. There are many more available out there. You have to find the right one which suits your risk profile. There are also new ETFs which are introduced on a regular basis, so make sure that you are up to date in this particular topic. The strategy that I'm going to talk about is very simple. The whole thing is divided into three steps. Step number one, pick one ETF from each of the three categories. And these categories are: number one, broader stock market or the foundation. Number two, high quality dividend growth stocks. And number three, growth stocks in general. Step number two, whatever amount of money you're investing, whether it's a $50 per month or $100 per month or $200 per month, divide into three portions. Each portion will go into buying one of those ETFs from each of those categories. And step number three is contribute regularly, have a long-term plan, and be very disciplined. There are many advantages to this strategy. Number one, you can set it and forget it. You can put it on an autopilot. Number two, your money is compounded faster. Number three, you have more time to do other things, so you're not spending your valuable time in researching and sitting in front of the computer all day long. And number four, you can change the percentage of these contributions depending on your life situation. If you're just starting out and if you have a very long-term window, maybe you can probably increase your percentage on the growth category. And if you're near your retirement, you may probably decide to put more percentages in the high-quality dividend growth ETFs. One thing to note for Canadian taxes: if you invest in ETFs with US dividend-paying companies outside your RRSP or the Registered Retirement Savings Plan, you have to pay 15% withholding tax. So just keep that in mind for your planning purposes. I have created several videos on exchange traded funds recently, and there's a playlist in the description box below. In order to keep this video short, I'm not going to talk about all the numbers and chart in details. I'm going to present a table, and I will pick each of these categories, and I'm going to mention the ETFs for the Canadian dollars and also ETFs for the US dollar. And I'm going to do that for each of the three categories. And then you can make your own decision which one to pick depending on your situation. Watch this video till the end. As I mentioned before, if you are watching this video from other country other than US and Canada, or if your home country is different, there is a way you can use this strategy to create your own. So as I mentioned before, in this table I have divided the information into three broad categories. Category number one is the foundation or the broader stock market. And I have divided that with the ETFs that's traded in US dollars on the right and Canadian dollars on the left. And on the Canadian dollar side, there are two columns. For the Canadian market, there are three ETFs: XIU, basically that tracks the TSX 60, and the total composite index tracked by XIC and VCN. If you want to trade the US stock market in Canadian dollars, there are 8 ETFs, as you can see. 4 of them are the regular ones and 4 of them are Canadian dollar hedged. You will see that the ones which are Canadian dollar hedged, they have low rate of return on the 10-year period. On the US side, I have listed 4 stocks which track the S&P 500 index, and they are very low cost, such as VOO, VOO, and SPY. They are very popular, and even Warren Buffett owns them. And on the total US market, I have listed 3 of them: VTI, ITOT, and the SPTM. Now I'm going to talk about category number 2, which is the high quality dividend growth stocks ETF. On the Canadian side, I have 2 ETFs, which are XEI and CDZ. Both of them are from iShares. The first one has a high dividend yield ETF, and the second one, which is the CDZ, is basically the Canadian dividend aristocrats. On the US side, for the US dollars, I have listed 3 of them: SCHD, that's very popular; VYM, SCHD is by Schwab, VYM is by Vanguard, and DGRO is by iShares. So now we are looking at the third category, which is the growth category. On the Canadian side, I have listed 3 ETFs. The first one is ZNQ. It has been introduced by BMO, which is the Bank of Montreal, and it basically tracks the NASDAQ 100 index. The second one is by Toronto Dominion. It's called TEC, and it basically tracks the global tech leaders. And the third one on my list is QQC. It's by Invesco, and it tracks the NASDAQ 100. On the US side, for growth category, I have listed 8 ETFs. You can see that the management expense ratio varies from 0.04% to about 0.20%. With the growth category, you can expect high rates of return, but with high rates of return comes with high risk. So you have to make sure that you are comfortable with the risk management rules. So if you're watching this video from other country, or if your home country is different, you can use the same philosophy. Number 1, pick a ETF or a basket of stocks if you can, which tracks the main index of the stock market of your country. For example, Nifty 50 in India. Now you do the same thing for category number 2, which is the high quality dividend paying stocks. And for number 3, which is the growth category, find an ETF or a mutual fund or something similar which tracks the growth stocks of your country. So the action items are: number 1, pick one ETF from each of these categories. So one ETF from the broad stock market sector. Number 2, one ETF from the high quality dividend stocks ETF. And number 3, pick one ETF from the growth stocks ETF category. And initially when you start, you can probably divide it into 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. But again, as I mentioned before, depending on your situation, you can adjust these percentages so that you are comfortable and it meets your investment objectives. If you find value in this video, please like and share. And if you have not subscribed to my channel yet, please do so that you do not miss my future videos. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Happy investing.